Heart NSTA Trust has partnered with the Lincoln Electric Company to train and improve their instructors' welding skills at the Heart College of Construction Services. And here to share on the benefits of this project are Dr. Taneisha Ingleton, she's the Managing Director of the Heart NSTA Trust, and Roger Taneisha. Did I get it right?
Absolutely.
Very good. He's the executive.
10 out of 10.
He's the executive director of the National Coalition of Certification Centers. We don't have a lot of time, so let's get right into it. Taneisha, let's start with the partnership. How did it come about, and how will the industry benefit?
Okay, so at Heart Trust, we believe in strategic partnerships and collaborative engagements and really engaging with the very, very best so that our systems can improve. Right. And so as a member of WorldSkills International, we get the opportunity to tap into global partners such as Lincoln Electric. And so we would have been forecasting, recognizing that the welding sector is a critical sector for infrastructure development and manufacturing. Right. And we do have a shortage of welders. And when we also do our forecasting, we recognize that the welding sector is valued at US $23 billion, and that was just 2022, and projected for US $34 billion in 2030. So we recognize that we really needed a partner that would help us to have access to the very best equipment, educational materials, expertise, knowledge exchange, and that is how we found Lincoln Electric.
Right, and that, of course, we're talking about training these skills. It's not just for in Jamaica, because at some point, if you want to broaden your horizons and move elsewhere, you are ready to take play a role on the world stage.
Definitely, and when investors come here, at the level that our instructors will be trained, they can be assured that they're getting the very best. And when you look on the shop floors for manufacturing, logistics, transportation, and the automotive industry, our trainees on those shop floors would have had the experience with the technology that is on those shop floors, having had that partnership with Lincoln Electric and the training that they offer at that high level.
Let's talk about Lincoln Electric then, Roger, because you're the executive director of the National Coalition of Certification Centers. Explain the role of that organization, and how does Lincoln Electric feed into that?
Yes. So NC3 was established by community college presidents. So education in the United States, we got started in 2008, where community college leadership from great institutions came together, and they said we need to collaborate better because they could start to see that forecasting coming. The other part of that is, how do we truly work with global industry leaders who are bringing that technology into the marketplace every day, every year? Lincoln Electric is one of those that operates up in that fourth quadrant of innovation technology, well over 100 years, a century of bringing that innovation into. So how do we bring that and then bring it right here to the local level at Heart? And what Taneisha touched on is so yes, you can buy equipment, but if your instructors don't know how to use that new technology, and as the minister mentioned earlier in the show, how do you transfer that knowledge to your students so that they can become part of that social economic fabric here in Jamaica? And then that ties to not only investors and companies here, but that stackability to go anywhere in the globe, but also those companies that are coming here going, wow, they might have a supplier that's in another country in that supply chain. So now they can have a dependable way to work with Jamaica and the community, but also help build that outwardly as you go out into the world.
And what you did was answer my next question about the big benefits of an NC3 certification. So let me come back to you, Dr. Ingleton, because the training that's underway for the welding instructors is aligned to the WorldSkills International standards. So just quickly share about Heart's affiliation with the WorldSkills International and the upcoming local competition for this year.
Yes, we are a member of WorldSkills International for about 20 years now, and we're very, very proud of that membership. We would have been able to send quite a number of our trainees to WorldSkills right across the globe, and we would have done very, very well. Jamaica is a statement in WorldSkills International. We're very, very proud of that. And what that does, it helps with in terms of our currency, in terms of validation and credibility of our standards that we have here with our NVQJ and the training that Heart Trust offers. When we enter that world stage, it is clear to everybody across the Caribbean and the rest of the world that Jamaica is top of the line where TVET leadership is concerned. So it's very important to us, that kind of partnership and membership and working with individuals, global partners such as Lincoln Electric, that's a part of World Skills International, gives Heart NSTA Trust the currency and the validation and the credibility, especially on the world stage. So we can say to our locals here in Jamaica, we have the very best at Heart NSTA Trust. When you're trained there, when you go through our programs, you're coming out cutting edge, top of the line, because we make the investment to support our instructors so they can deliver at the highest level.
And we're going to see some of that best on display just now.
And the investments that Taneisha is talking about is not just, well, we're going to work on this across multiple industries, so multiple automation, like with Festo and these other areas that bring this all together, that help the whole country. So we visited programs yesterday to help drive that.
Excellent. Now, we're not quite finished because Neville is on the outside for a welding demo with Dan Klingman. So, Neville and Dan?
Yep, and he's the manager of the education program at Lincoln Electric Company. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Welcome to Jamaica.
Thank
First
you.
time.
Yes, first time.
How has it been?
Great, phenomenal.
Food?
Food, weather, hospitality, everything. Great.
Why are you here in Jamaica?
So we, Lincoln Electric and NC3 has partnered with Heart NST Trust to provide Train the Trainer for the instructors of Jamaica.
Yeah. What is this contraption, for want of a better word?
So this is Lincoln Electric's Vertex 360 Plus. It's a welding simulator. So it allows us to be able to simulate the welding environment as close as we can, and number one, learn how to set the equipment up, but also how to master the skill, and then provide instant feedback to the students to build their confidence and make the transition of welding in the booth quicker.
So this is a teaching tool.
Correct.
How realistic is it to the physical welding?
Yeah, great question. The skills that they can learn and master on this will develop and go into the welding booth. The work angle, the travel angles, all of those cross over into live welding, and they will get up to speed much quicker.
Show me what you do.
Okay. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put on my virtual headset, and I'm going to be in a virtual construction site here as I look around.
Okay.
And then I've got my, right now we are simulating the SMAW process, that's shielded metal arc welding.
Okay.
And as I look down, I will see my coupon. And you'll also notice that you see an arrow. That arrow is guiding me on how it's supposed to train me, okay? So as I use that, that's like the instructor without him being here. So I look down, I get in my correct stance, I got the correct vision. I'm going to go down and strike the arc. And you'll see that arrow is green. And it's tracking 5 different variables as I'm welding. Work angle, travel speed, and arc length.
And it's realistic because you're seeing the flashes and stuff like that.
Yes, and if you notice, the electrode is actually burning back this device, simulating the electrode burning back in real life. Now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull a long arc here and see the arrow. See the effects that did?
Yeah.
That's instant feedback on the technique that I'm doing and that I need correction.
Why does the arrow change colors?
Because if it's red, I'm too far away. If it's green, I'm just right. So it's a visual to show me where that arc length should be.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. And there's multiple other visual cues, but we typically only turn one on. So now you'll see I'm getting a new electrode. It's retracting back out. I'm going to go to my tracking screen. This is instant feedback. So I'm working here. Here's the 5 variables we discussed, and it's going to provide a score. I hit end pass. It gives me a score, and now I can look at my lowest score, and now I can turn that visual cue on.
Is the score out of 100?
Yes.
So 87 is very, very good then.
Yeah, typically anything over an 80. And you'll notice where I simulated here where I made a mistake. You'll see the yellow represents arc length. That's where I pulled a long arc length. So it's cause and effect here. Okay. So due to that, this happened.
How long would it take a novice to learn with this simulator?
It will speed it up, but it still takes, just like anything, it takes a lot of practice. But this unit isn't intended to speed that process
Is
up.
this what you do at Lincoln?
Yes.
You don't physically teach them with
No, it's the right combination of the virtual reality with the live welding.
Okay.
It's a blended type learning.
Okay.
So yeah, this unit was never intended to not have to go into the welding booth. It's intended to speed the process up once I get into the welding booth.
Yeah, man. Great to meet you. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Mr. Dan Klingman, Manager Educational Program, Lincoln Electric, which is in Ohio.
Cleveland, Ohio is our world headquarters.
Must be freezing cold now.
It's cold.
Thanks for coming
Thank you.
and spending some time with us. Blessings. All right, go for a break. Soon come. I'm going to do some welding.